And the tale of the tape, Jacobs, a couple of years older, turned 35 only.
Introducing you first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white trunks trimmed in red and gold. He weighed in 167 pounds. In 35 professional fights, his record stands at 30 victories, including 17 knockouts with 5 defeats, presenting the former WBA interim super middleweight world champion from Islington, London, England. Here is John the Gorilla Ryder. And across the ring, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black and silver camouflage. He weighed in 160 CF, the former WBA middleweight champion of the world from Brooklyn, New York, USA, presenting the Miracle Man, Daniel Jacobs.
Cold, mate, take a step back. Don't throw any punches on the back of the head. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves.
So a rowdy British fight night with so much at stake for John Ryder. Without a win here tonight, he can't see where else there is to go. An eliminator for the WBA, generally against a better caliber of opponent. The belt currently held, of course, by Saul Canelo Alvarez of Daniel Jacobs. Probing with the left hand, looking to dominate with that lead jab.
Good right hand from Jacobs. You'd assume.
And looking at the punchline here, because it will be difficult to claw it back. Jacobs, a world champion. Determined he is to become a two-weight champion as Ryder tries to get off, but taking on the gloves, the closing seconds of the opening round.
Back on the stick. Back on the stick.
You don't want no confrontation.
Push up the squeak, John. Yeah. When he holds you in there, you wait for it.
And Sims to Ryder that the key is to get in close, that Jacobs wants to.
Well, Ryder did against Smith, Callum Smith and against. Hasn't tried that yet here.
It might be that, and it's, as Darren was saying in that conversation with Chris at ringside,
Good left.
Jacobs lands that left hand, and that was the very punch that Darren was talking about from the southpaw stance. He had a lot of, when he switched in the fourth round, Golovkin immediately floored him. Jacobs is a brilliant judge of when to switch. Sharp work with the sub. Beaten 3 times in his career, but at the very Alvarez, and back in 2010 by Dmitry Pirog, as Ryder has success with the right hook for just about.
Jacobs would be quite confident that he's the bigger puncher because he's happy to hold his feet.
First appearance in Britain in his professional career.
Left hand from the southpaw stance, and it's usually like that, like a hook. But he did hear it coming out of the clinches. Ryder just wasn't expecting the punch to come. Down Jacobs a little bit. It would take a lot of energy out of him.
But as I was saying earlier, you look at the records of these two men. As Jacobs tries to get behind that left-hand jab from the... Twice with the right hand. First time he missed, second time he got through, and then he landed a solid right.
You can see from here, Mike, that Jacobs is fainting a lot, even with his eyes.
This man of 40 fights old and 35 years old, there is to be a sapping of the energy then. We would the two, and he's finding a home for his choice of punches more solid. He thought John Ryder deserved the verdict that night. Jacobs looking for the right hand.
The clinch there. And Jacobs, and another one.
Ryder looking to land up close, but good footwork again.
Comes onto you on the right.
Ground's going to Daniel Jacobs. Jacobs of his talent and signs of his promise when he came over for an England versus card of Ricky Hatton against Floyd Mayweather in Vegas. Sharp jab from Ryder.
Ryder needs to pick up his feet a bit more and just be a bit more active with his feet. He's picking up a little bit now. Trying to apply more pressure.
Jacobs on the inside. Ryder now closes down the space and whips in.
And hold his ground with Ryder.
And when Ryder does get close, Jacobs up to now, in most cases, has had his measure. Some decent footwork in the key here, presenting angles as he did there for Ryder to try and...
You know, Mike, when this fight was made, it was a strange one, and you don't usually see and I questioned to myself, why would Jacobs take this fight? It's such a risky fight for him. He's at the top, still a massive name.
If the super middleweight division is to fall wide open for him to achieve that ambition of becoming a two-weight world champion. He spoke about it in... He did be hostile that he fought 2 fights ago in Phoenix in front of a huge so far.
And looking for the counter right hand now. Jab, jab, and try and walk right into the right hand, just like that. Just like that.
In the centre of the ring.
Also, he let him have 4 or 5 punches, mate. He jumped straight. Don't let him rest, mate. Jump straight back on it.
Heading now closer towards the halfway mark for that attack from Ryder. When he really was taken by Ryder. Now Ryder drives him back to the ropes and works away on
He leans to his right and throws the left hand. That shot's there for John Ryder. But he's got to be careful not to get countered. Good shots from Jacobs. Long range and short range. Better start this round for John Ryder.
If anything, Ryder seems to be finding a groove here. Driving
in the feet, in the legs. He's picking up his rhythm.
Halfway point of round 6 and still more than half of the fight to go, and at 35 age last week Daniel Jacobs has been in some long hard nights in so will Ryder have a chance to put on the pressure as the fight went? Pinpoint right hand once again. That's been successful for him earlier in the contest as well. So Ryder can't get to work in the space that he wants to. Both men landing solid right hands against Nick Blackwell when he was beaten on his feet. Another brilliant right hand from Jacobs. But everyone around him says that he's a much improved fighter since moving up to super middleweight. Whether he will be able to produce his best form away from home, well, he did it as an amateur here tonight. Even though Ryder had plenty of success there in that round, Jacobs came back there with that lovely...
Yeah, and this one especially, the double jab right hand. Just gets... It's John who just seems to have run out of ideas.
Seemingly feeling in control from the orthodox. So right in the backhand from the orthodox stance. And as Ryder presses forward,
the heads again come.
The right hook from Ryder. But Jacobs took it well. This is where Ryder wants the fight. 2 solid left hooks, and suddenly Ryder is right back in the fight. In the contest so far, and suddenly this crowd.
Jacobs answered back during the middle of that exchange. It was those uppercuts there from Ryder, short shots, which he's so effective with.
Jacobs will be looking for that pinging overhand left. He does.
Keep it going, keep the momentum going.
Jacobs clear at halfway. Again, looking for that big...
It's a good 1-2 from Jacobs there.
from Ryder on the inside. This is his kind of range, and he drives Jacobs back to the ropes, and Jacobs is forced to hold on.
It all started from work on the inside from Ryder.
In the heart of Daniel Jacobs, now those questions are needing answers. Sharp jab from Ryder, beats him to the shot.
Jacobs has messed around and got himself involved in a fight he didn't need to be in. But he's given Ryder this chance, this opportunity, and Ryder's taking it right now.
Opportunity, he has to, as Jacobs fires back again from that south, plenty of it. Now Ryder opens up again, and once again no jab from Jacobs, it has to be said. Then a left hand from Ryder, being urged forwards from Ryder. From a distance, and he is having success with it. Champion quality, the champion mentality coming back at him, although he walks onto a couple of stiff signs of a rally from Jacobs in this round, but it finishes with a lovely right hand from Ryder, followed by... Let's get some thoughts. The odds-on favourites, but now this is an even money shot. This could
Jacobs, and it's catching the eye of the judges on the crowd. Good 1-2 for John Ryder.
Could be enough to swing it on the cards. Brilliant right hook from Ryder. The shout from the corner, you can hear it win, having taken the 10th and 11th rounds, despite some Jacobs, according to Gabe Rosado, finding that champion quality. Ryder driving himself forward. Ryder driving towards the body, then trying to whip it, but not in this round. Jacobs keeping his distance, trying to keep the danger at bay. This round, the final round, and we're into the second half of it. He wants to close it out. Not for him to just guide to the finish line. Even started. Seconds. Jacobs switching, success from both stances. Imploring him to drive forward. Won during the contest, but at long range it's been Jacobs' fight. Bell sounds. Sees there, goes over to his man.
He's really interesting scorecards.
Yeah, some of them.
From Islington, London, England, John the Gorilla.
John Ryder has done it. He's pulled back the deficit from halfway with the performance of his career and gradually wound down the resilience of the former middleweight champion.